give a lot of credit, come up big in those situations. You know, we did that last year against the team, and, you know, they did it to us today. But, you know, I think big picture for me, you know, I just think all three phases didn't really mesh well today, and that's on me. You know, the goal of this training camp for this football team, offensively, defensively, is to start fast and, you know, try to do some things that try to get us going in a certain way, try to get our guys kind of, you know, their legs, everybody activated, get dialed in mentally, and, you know, it wasn't good enough today across the board. You know, we got to make more plays. We got to be a little bit more affirmative in the run game to give ourselves a little bit of balance offensively, and we just didn't really click early on the first couple series of the game. It was nice to win the turnover battle from the defense. You know, I felt like maybe at the end of the game a little bit, we're kind of letting them creep back in. They're kind of winning the battle in the trenches, and, you know, that's another thing we've been working on, to really be positive about coming out, setting the tone at the line of scrimmage. So, you know, listen, it always starts with me. We'll be better next week, I promise you that. You know, we'll chalk this one up. I know one thing about this team, they're very resilient. They got good leadership, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get this team ready to go next week.
All right, we got a few questions in here. Start James Larson, go right ahead.
I did not have a question, but I'll go right ahead.
You got one, Jason.
So, offensively, running-wise, you kind of struggled, average like 3 yards a carry.
Yep.
Is there anything in particular? I know you mentioned their up front was really strong. Daniel-wise made a bunch of plays for getting in there. What do you do to adjust that moving forward?
Yeah, you know, I'll have to watch the film. I mean, I got to give their defensive line credit. You know, Michigan's got big, strong guys up front. They know where they're going to be every single snap. They're not trying to trick it. And, you know, we just got to block them. You know, now we'll go back and I'll assess all that and see how it goes. But I think we're, 20 rushes for about 60 yards. Probably not where we want to be overall. You know, we didn't really break that big run in the football game to kind of get that spark going. We had a little bit of a third down late run. We were able to kind of gash them. But other than that, you know, I felt like their defensive line really set the tone throughout the game and stopped the run. It kind of made us one-sided. And I think for us, you know, when we're good, we're balanced. And, you know, we got to be better at that.
How's it going, AJ, Coach? AJ, you had a cut on your finger. It seemed like at the beginning you were kind of, because that cut was kind of missing their trailing balls, but as it went on, you started really dropping the dimes, making the passes. Like, did the cut really have any effect, or how are you feeling with that cut?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know, like, you know, what passes weren't falling early. I mean, listen, they played us a little different. We just, like Coach said, didn't get in much of a rhythm early. But I felt like once we went, you know, right before halftime, a little up-tempo, we got in a rhythm as an offense and really put a drive together. And then, you know, second half just started slow again. I can't remember exactly what happened opening up the second half. I think we got sacked. It kind of stalled the drive, but you know, I was proud of the guys. Listen, they make a 64-yard field goal. Hats off to them. I mean, that's a hell of a kick. I thought, you know, when we needed it most, offense put drives together, and we, yep, there we go. But we made the plays when we had to, and we just got to be better next week.
Great.
Mike Mueller, BCP Plus. Kind of following up with that previous question. The passing game started slow, but you guys really seemed to get into a rhythm toward the end of the first half and into the second half. You were doing really well. What adjustments did you make? What did you see from the defense, and how did you kind of change up your strategy, if at all?
Yeah, I think they played us a lot more zone than what we thought they had shown in the past. That's the toughest thing about week one, right? Is you don't have any film on them. So all you can go off of is their previous games, which were last year. So, listen, they played us a little different. I thought we made good adjustments, and the guys made good adjustments late in the game, especially. And that's just how ball goes sometimes. But I was proud of the guys. Like I said, whenever we needed plays, we made them, and made a lot of big, third down conversions, fourth down conversions. So we just got to be better next week and come out at home and get a win.
All right, we got time for 2 more. Degree, please.
Thank you. AJ, in that final drive, you had you bought a lot of time, but one, it seemed like you were out there a minute. It was probably about 11 or 12 seconds. Do you get more rhythm when you start looking for a second, third, or fourth receiver and you're scrambling around, looking around? It seemed like you're really in the zone when you get in that situation.
Well, I like playing a little backyard ball, being able to move around. But listen, when they're playing some different coverages and some crazy coverages, you have to be able to extend plays in the pocket because the first windows aren't always going to be there. And so, and the fact that we were in longer down situations, right? Like, it's not like I can just come out and just take whatever the first window and something short and they rally and tackle. So you really have to try to extend as much as possible. But I thought the guys did awesome. I mean, my receivers made a ton of plays. I thought Jake really stepped up, made some great plays, moving with me. So we just, we have some young guys on offense too. We just got to get them along and bring them along and like I said, be better next week.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Very good. You, go ahead and close it out for us, go ahead.
And y'all got the head coach here, and y'all asking me the question.
Please keep asking him.
In my opinion, I thought the Michigan secondary played really well, and I really wanted to hear what your perspective on how the secondary played as the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking credit away from them. I think the best part about their team is their front. Their linebackers play well, but their front four are big dudes and get a lot of push up front. So I thought they had some good blitzes that we'll go back and see for us to beat them on, and myself can make some different checks and probably take advantage of it a little more. But listen, I'll take my guys versus any secondary. So I thought my guys stepped up and made plays when they had to.
Can I get one more for Coach?
Yeah, go ahead.
Coach, when the game tied at 15 apiece, did you ever think about going for 3 at any point, where you just said one was going to be the answer, just go ahead and take the lead?
Yeah, for us, it's asking Bruce what's our best play. If it's from the 5, we'll go from the 5, go for 2. We definitely want to make sure we can score to get the play in there. And we gotta, if we get into that one point range, we gotta make sure our line comes off the football. It was a nice, that was the Jake, right? That, little throw. We have really, we work on that a lot. Those situational extra point plays, and I expect us to be good at it. And I trusted it. If it was a 2-point play that we had to go there, because that was our best option, we would have done that. But Bruce always has a good ammo belt of those situational plays after the touchdown. So we're able to complete it. Again, give them credit. With no timeouts left, they drove the ball down the field. I iced the kid. He made the first one. And, listen, I felt good about that certain situation there. I mean, the kid's got some moxie to him that made that kick. That was impressive. You don't see that often. 2 in a row he made. So, but I love the resiliency of the team. I mean, we're not going to die. We're not going to go out there and give up. I felt good. I believed. I tell them guys, you see it in their eyes. They believe it. We got great leadership, and we got the job done when we needed to get it done, and they made one more play than us.
Thanks, guys.